So mimi kusikia nduru walikuwa wanapiga staff room.
What?
Nikatoka hapo nikaenda home. Following day nikaulizwa mbona siendi shule, nikasema tuliambiwa tukae nyumbani. Leo hakuna shule. Good thing about those days hakuwa na simu ya kupigia mwalimu, so lazima mzazi aende mpaka shule
Ajue.
Yeah, na since ako job angeweza manage. So nikaingia bafu nikaoga, so nikachukua nguo kidogo from Kibera to town. It's a walking distance. I walked through the way to town, nikapanda basi
Peke yako?
Peke yangu. Then I don't know Kisii vizuri because tulikuwa tumeondoka sana. So sijui vizuri.
Did you maybe ever in church try to be in acting, or maybe even in school during the drama festivals? Did you take part in any of those things?
Well, my first camera, I got it from my mother. So I started a production, that is informatics production.
Can you take me through your way of marketing back when you started and now? Is it something that has changed? And if you have adopted to technology and online marketing as per now? Welcome to Influencer TV Kenya. I'm your host, Joanne Mwaneki, and today we are very excited. Meet Erick Ondiba, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Informatrix Production Art. Born and raised in Kibera, Kenya, in Nairobi County, a place which is very vibrant, yet a very challenging environment, but still came this far to be a CEO. And today we want to dive into his story. We want to know what he went through, the challenges, the breakthrough, exactly what brought him to success, and how it has been. We are promising and pledging to bring you the best, and definitely we want you to be better than him, or just like him, or just mention it. So without wasting time, allow me to introduce Erick to you. Habari yako, Erick?
Mzuri.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
We are so happy.
Okay.
So how is everything?
Great. Yeah.
So Erick, we would want you to tell us about your upbringing in Kibera, because I believe coming from the slums is a bit challenging for almost everybody, but you're here and you made it to this far.
Yeah, sure.
Is it a story that you can begin with?
Yeah, of course.
Good.
Well, as she said, my name is Erick Ondiba. Those are my official names, but nowadays I have a nickname. People call me Mzito. In fact, at my workplace, if you ask for Erick Ondiba, they kind of don't know me. But if you ask for Mzito, they know me. So I was born and raised in Kibera. That was back. I was born in 1990. I have a single parent. I've been raised by a single parent, by my mother, of course. Then I schooled at Kibera, St. Agostino Primary. Of course, I started in a certain school where it was me and two kids, and the kids they were the owner's kids, so we were only three
In a whole school?
In a whole school.
Registered school?
Yes. So,
okay.
So that's where I began schooling. I can't really remember the name of the school because it's way back.
Okay.
That's where I started my preschool, pre-unit. Then of course now the school grew, and I was given a transfer to another school because of school fees. Yeah.
So that the school that you were with three other pupils, was it a private school?
A private school.
So that is why you moved to another school?
Yes. Now I moved to a
government school. Yeah. Okay.
Then I schooled till class 6. Then afterwards I moved to Kisii to finish my my primary school. I did my class 8 there. All this, it was because of lack of school fees.
Okay.
Because as I've told you, I was raised by a single parent. And back then in Kibera, I think you know the place. In 1990s, 1992, 94, the place was so messy.
Okay.
Growing up in such environment, it was so hard. It
Mm-hmm.
was so hard, but we managed.
Okay. Let me take you back to being brought up by a single mother.
Yeah.
How was it like, other than the challenge of the school fees? What other challenges did you face? Or did you ever feel any difference between you and a kid that was brought up by both parents? Because I'm pretty sure you had such friends.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so.
Well, I had challenges, of course, because unapata mwanafunzi anasema my dad, and you back home you only have mom. So, but I really thank my mother for schooling us. I have a brother,
Okay.
a younger brother. So we are only two in our family, and so challenges zimekuwa. In my primary school, I think most of the kids, let's say a good number, walikuwa na wazazi wote. But now when it comes to me, hatuna nyumba poa ya kukaa. Other kids wanakaa maisha poa. They come to school with snacks, you know. My mother was a businesswoman.
Okay.
Alikuwa anauza mboga. There was a stage called Line Saba. Kama umeshasikia Line Saba.
Sijawahi sikia. But it's
So
okay.
she used to work there, selling vegetables. So hiyo ndio imetusomesha.
Okay.
Yeah, since primary, but life imekuwa hard.
Okay, let me take you back to the point where you've said that you went from a school in Kibera to Kisii to finish your primary education. How was the transition from Nairobi to Kisii?
Well, I can't say it was so good because sikuenda nikitaka. Sikuenda nikitaka.
Pole.
Well, what happened? There's a day, one of the pupil alikuja na pesa shule.
Okay.
So when he came with the cash, I think it was around 1,200. Tukakula hiyo pesa, like kununua mandazi. Kumbe the cash ilikuwa ni yanko yake mwenye anaishi na
it's better. I thought mnasema ilikuwa ya school fees.
Ilikuwa ya school fees. So venye alikulia like tulikulia pesa, we were three. The guy, me and another friend of mine. So tulikulewa pesa, then around 2 days or 3 mzazi akakuja shule, so tukaitwa. Now the first one to be called was the boy, then now the other guy. Mimi ndo nilikuwa mwisho. So mimi kusikia nduru walikuwa wanapiga staff room.
What?
Nikatoka hapo nikaenda home. Then from there following day nikaulizwa mbona siendi shule, nikasema tuliambiwa tukae nyumbani, leo hakuna shule. And good thing about those days hakuwa na simu ya kupigia mwalimu, so lazima mzazi aende mpaka shule
ajue.
Yeah, na since ako job angeweza manage. So that day nikaingia bafu nikaoga, since nilikuwa najua my mother lazima aende shule, so nikachukua nguo kidogo. From Kibera to town, it's a walking distance.
Okay.
Yeah, so I walked through the way to town. Nikapanda basi mimi hiyo Kisii.
Peke yako?
Peke yangu. Then I don't know Kisii vizuri because hatukuwa tumeendoko sana. We had gone only I think twice, so sijui vizuri. So that's how nilitoka Nairobi Kibera nikaenda Kisii. So then nikaanzia nao, so hapo nikapelekwa shule with my grandmother. I started in class 6 ikiwa second term, nikaendelea hivyo mpaka class 8.
So this period your mama amejua kwenye umeenda?
Alijua after some months, I think like 3 to 4 months. There was my aunt who came from Nairobi, akanipata Kisii. So there was this landline, ile simu ya kuzungusha hivi.
Yes.
Hiyo thing ndio walitumia, then akaambia mama niko Kisii. So hivyo ndo nimemalizia class 8 Kisii, a school called Ekenyoro.
Guys, following up, you can just tell that this is a story of a very brave person, and just stay tuned as we continue to dive into it. I want you to tell us how you came to know about art and theater.
Well, after my class 8, I came back to to Nairobi.
Okay.
Now to stay with my mom. I joined an high school, the Donholm, called the Mother of Mercy. Then I schooled for 2 years. I lacked fee. I stayed home, I think, for a whole year. Then I joined another school. In fact, the second school, I'm the one who went for admission. I myself, with a friend of mine also. So since we didn't have fee, I've stayed home for almost 1 year. So I decided to go to a school called Brookfield High School.
That sounds like a private school,
yeah,
though.
Private school. I talked with the director. They said it's okay, you can do the interview. I did. I joined Form 3.
So you joining Form 3, was that sponsorship?
No.
Ama ulikuwa umetafuta pesa?
No. Kuongea tu na huyo mwalimu. Then I talked to my mom, tukaanza kulipa fee. In fact, alikuwa nilipa fee 500 shillings, 1000. Pole.
If I may ask, sijui kama unaweza kukumbuka, like how much was fee then?
Back then,
maybe a term.
A term ilikuwa around 4,000.
Okay.
4,000, 5,000. Yeah. But now kupata hiyo 4,000, 5,000 ilikuwa ngumu. Because hata hapa tulikuwa tunaishi, a place called Sabasaba, we used to stay in a single room. And mostly tulikuwa tunafungiwa nyumba with my mom. So inabidi tu tumevumilia, naenda kwa aunti yangu, naenda kwa rafiki yake, hivyo. So after that, I did my Form 4, that is on 2008. Okay. Nikakosa pesa ya kwenda campus, nikakaa nyumbani. So that's how I joined acting. So hiyo kukaa nyumbani, there's a place called Kayole 2 Social Hall. It's a hall, it's a community social hall.
Okay.
So nikipita, I had people shouting, people narrating. So I ended up joining the team.
Well, let me take you back a bit far. Before like throughout your school journey, your primary, your high school, I would want to ask, first of all, if you're a Christian before I go to that point.
I'm a Christian.
So my question is, did you maybe ever in church try to be in acting, or maybe even in school during the drama festivals? Did you take part in any of those things?
Well, what I participated in primary was athletics.
Wow.
Yeah. But now, coming to high school, we didn't have the drama clubs.
Okay.
So ilikuwa tu ni sisi, ni mkuje shule msome, jioni mwende nyumbani. In fact, the schools walikuwa na only CU. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa main, CU. Okay. And journalism. But now, part ya acting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you have had watu wakiongea kwa nguvu in the social hall.
Yeah. So I joined a theater group. Then
hakukuwa na procedure.
Ilikuwa tu ni auditions. Unaenda unafanya audition, then you join. So after joining, it was a set book theater group. I did acting for some few months. We traveled to Oyugis. We were not paid well.
Can you snitch? Snitch the payment.
Well, I can't tell if I can remember. In fact, there was a day we were paid 30 shillings.
30 shillings?
Yeah. Other time 70, other time 50, you know. And
so now, the most ilikuwa 70?
The most ilikuwa 100 shillings.
Okay. Yeah, for how long? You travel from Nairobi to Oyugis?
Yeah, to Oyugis. We have stayed for 3 months. Unarudi home na ikienda sana 200 shillings.
Wow. Yeah. And did your mom have anything to say about you joining an acting club?
She wasn't into it.
Of course.
In fact, alikuwa amenitafutia kazi. Then, but I loved acting. In my high school days, there was this group that used to come to perform set. So nilikuwa napenda watu sana. Like I feel like hata mimi siku moja nikimaliza shule nataka kuact. Yeah. So hiyo ndio ilinipush. Having that passion to act while in high school. So ndio ilinipush nikaingia acting. So even after kutafutiwa kazi na mom, I did not go to the job. Nilirudi bado acting. So those days we used to be paid 30, 50, 70, at most 100 shillings.
Okay.
Yeah.
And something else, you are so much engaged in the community outreach.
Yeah, sure.
Where did that start? Where exactly did that start?
Well, it started when now I formed my own production.
Okay.
Back in high school, well, it has been so hard for us, especially me, and my mother and my brother. So nikakuwa na ile hati ya kutaka kusaidia.
Okay.
I told myself one day nikipata pesa, I love to visit the children's home, to feed the street family. Yeah, because I know the life that they are going through, because pia si tumepitia hapo. Yeah, so hivyo ndo nilianza. We started back in 2012, now after forming my own group.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen, his passion to art and community outreach, intelligence in it, being brave in it, innovation, creativity, and definitely hard work. So allow us to go for a short break. We continue maybe doing our dues, and we will be back shortly.
Welcome to Prime House Interiors. We are a registered and one of the best interior design company in Kenya, celebrated for delivering stunning and exceptional interior design products and services. Our expertise include space planning, architectural drawings, 3D designs and renders, and project management for both residential and sophisticated commercial projects. With a presence that extends beyond borders, we are dedicated to bringing our distinctive touch to every space. At Prime House Interiors, we believe that the spaces where we live, work, and socialize are more than just physical environments, they are reflections of our personalities and lifestyles. We aim to transform these spaces into captivating and functional sanctuaries that enhance your well-being and inspire your daily life. With our team of experts in every aspect of design and construction, we pride ourselves on having skillful and innovative personnel who strive to stay focused on delivering outstanding results. For more information about our products and services, call us at 0721 502 251. You can also email us at info@primehouseinteriors.co.ke. Visit our website at www.primehouseinteriors.co.ke. Prime House Interiors, lifestyled on your space.
Thank you so much for definitely giving us time. We are humbled and still grateful to be back to you. So back to you, Erick.
Yeah.
Umeenjoy break yako, hopefully.
Yeah,
okay, so now back to your business, to the informatics arts production. What was the vision when you were starting the company?
I wanted to employ the youths, because as I told you, well, where I've been raised up, you find that crime is so high.
Sure.
So I wanted at least to have some youths being get out of crime, being killed each and every day because of stealing, because of drugs. Yeah, so that's why I formed a group that is informatics.
So now, how many people do you have?
I started with 13 members. I did audition, then I got 13 youths. That is 6 ladies and 7 gents. So I started then, but now till date, let me say I've employed like almost over 300 youths. Yeah.
That is a very good step.
Yeah.
And considering whatever you've talked about, coming from a place where the crime, the level of crime is so high, and
sure.
trying to employ youths, that is definitely a very good thing. So can you also kindly tell me of the revolution of informatics, like from where you started? I'm sure it may evolve.
Yeah.
Imekuwa iki-evolve step by step. So is that something you can take us through?
Yeah, sure. So informatics, I founded it back in 2011. and registered it under Ministry of Sports, Gender, and that is 2012. Now, then after that, we did traveling, of course. Then 2013, we registered it under Ministry of Culture. Then from there, I now registered it under a business company. Then now, apart from that, also I thought it wise to have another business apart from now the acting part. I came up with an idea of opening a studio, that is the photo shoots studio. Okay, I've not done much in film. I've not gone to school to do film, but I had that passion. So I learned from a friend. So after that, my first camera, I got it from my mother. She bought it my first camera. So I started a production, that is informatics production. Now the film part and the studio part. So we have the set book part, now the theater performance. We have the studio part, that is informatics production. Yeah, and now also we have a foundation, that is Informatics Production Foundation, that deals with charity events, donation, street feeding programs, helping the needy.
Okay, so those are three things under one.
Yeah,
we
under
have
one.
set books.
Yeah, we have set
we
books,
have the studio,
and
we have the
now
foundation.
Yeah.
Okay, you see, when you're performing set books, you're performing set books to let me call them students.
Yeah,
also
sure.
the junior, right?
Yeah.
Junior secondary.
Junior secondary.
And what kind of comments, when you go for that particular business, that particular moment, what kind of comments do you get, maybe from teachers or the pupils? And also, I believe that you see some students who are just meant to just hawataki kuskiza. Is it something that is there something that has bothered you to a level of saying, I actually don't want to do this anymore?
Well, not yet, because well, like I said, you see, set books, it normally helps learners to understand the set better. So we normally get positive feedbacks from the audience, from the teachers. Now mostly after exams. So unapata maybe principal anakupigia simu anasema the way you acted, you did so well. Learners walipita English, so au kupata time ya kuenda studio maybe inakuwa ni ngumu. But mostly they go to the studio to learn one or two. We have guys who maybe want to learn about camera work, about what, so they normally go there, maybe learn one or two. Now for the studio part, we have guys at least who are professional in that sector. So au pia tumapatia job ya kufanya studio work, photo shoot, weddings, birthday parties, yeah.
And finally, now to the foundation. When did you start the foundation?
We started back in 2015, but now fully registration I did it last year, because I found that working under the same name inakuwa a bit challenging, because ukitoa poster maybe umeandika kitu, so wanadhani maybe ni ya set books. So I thought it wise tukue na at least na jina foundation pale. So sikutaka sana nitoke nje nitafute jina tofauti. We use the group's name, because hiyo ndio imeinua informatics from where it was till now.
You know, I actually forgot to ask you a question that I should have asked in the beginning.
Okay.
What was the inspiration behind the informatrix? Like, what does informatrix stand for?
Well,
where did it come from?
We used to work in a certain group. We used to do public plays at Alliance, Phoenix, Kenya National Theatre. Well, the name of the group was Pasha Media. Now, Pasha Media, it was founded by a guy called Ishmael. So, in fact, I was the first member in that group.
How?
Now, after some time, I came and told him that Ishmael, I think we should form a set book group. And he said, no, you see set books, iko na mambo mingi, iko na kazi mingi, going for marketing, because we normally go for marketing all over Kenya. So aliona ni kazi mingi, because play ni unde poster, you stick there, alions, ufanye online marketing, watu wakuje. But now when it comes to set books, you have to go market for yourself. So aliona hiyo ni kazi ngumu. I told him, well, I want to start a set book group. And I think members ambao tuko nao hapa wa play bado tunaweza watumia. So time ya play we do play, time ya set books we do set books. Then we came with the name. Our first name was Matrix. Matrix, that's derived from word theatrical.
Okay.
Yeah, so tuko na hiyo Matrix kidogo haijakuwa poa. So I thought tukichukua hii jina Pasha, we change it to an English name, itakuwa Inform. So ndo tukaita Informatrix. So hapo ndo tulianzia. Informatrix. It's a name mostly used to, inamaanisha to inform now our clients ambao ni wanafunzi, ambao ni the youths. Yeah.
Okay, so now you mentioned that you're registered you registered somewhere in like gender, sport and gender.
Yeah.
And under the Ministry of Culture.
And now we have a CBO, then now business.
Okay, would you kindly tell us the advantages that all that comes with? Advantages of having all that registered?
Well, normally to operate in Kenya as a group, lazima ukue registered.
Kwa hizo zote?
Okay, si ati zote. Unaweza ku register under Ministry of Gender, that is maybe a self-help group. That is kama hilo ni self-help group tu, ni group mmefungua, you want maybe to do kama ni kufuga kuku, kama ni kufanya nini, kama ni garbage collection. So lazima mkuwe na certificate so that the government inaweza at least inaweza jua mko. Now too, we have the CBO. CBO, it's a bit different with the self-help group. Self-help group iko so limited. Kuna vitu zenye amwezi fanya. Compared to the CBO, mnaweza fanya vitu za community. Now kama sasa sisi mostly tuko tunafanya community outreach. Tunaenda kwa slum, tunaongelea juu ya HIV, tunafanya crowd pooling, watu wanakuja. You see, we used to act in the slums. Sana Soweto, Kibera. So tunaenda tunafanya scene, watu nadhani ni real, watu wanajaa. So wakishajaa, ndio sasa tunaanza ndio sasa tunawaambia hii kwa real, ilikuwa ni acting. So ndio tuna educate. So ndio ufanye hivyo, you have to have a CBO because it now deals with the community at a large. Then Ministry of Culture ni mambo ambayo sasa tunafanya mambo ya acting. You have to be part of them so that ndio wakujue huko because it's all about art. Then now business ilifungua now because I thought it wise, we also register our company as a business company. Yeah, because now unapata that kuna vitu zenye hizi ni certificate tatu hazitakusaidia. But being uko na business, hata kupata funds, hata maybe kufanya collaboration with other stakeholders inakuwa more easy. Yeah.
In all of this, the whole of the business, the Informatrix production, have you had any fears?
Well, my only fear is maybe setbooks ziishe. Okay, we have our videos online on YouTube. We have a certificate of from the tuko na certificate ya copyright, so mtu hawezi chukua jina. But now our only fear as a theater company ni ministry sasa waseme mambo na setbooks because the JSS ni kama itaenda kutoa setbooks because they have a lot of subjects to do. So wanai like ni kama yeah. Okay, si ati wanaitoa kabisa but itakuwa ni option. In our country mostly watu wanapenda languages ni girls na si wengi. Watasema wanataka kufanya maybe story tofauti. So languages ni option. So hapo sasa ndio shida iko. So yetu ndio fia yetu kabisa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, because every business, marketing has to be involved.
Yeah.
Can you take me through your way of marketing back when you started and now? Is it something that has changed? Because I want to assume right now online marketing is doing the good. It's
sure.
like doing the best right now. It's online marketing has taken over the other styles of marketing.
Yeah.
So can you tell us the kind of marketing you started with, and if you have adopted to technology and online marketing as per now?
Well, we started with doing posters. Then after that, after doing posters, you travel all the way to Kisii, all the way to Kitui, all the way to Garissa to do marketing. So lazima uende huko, uonane na mwalimu, umpatie poster, aangalie, akupatie date. So that's what we used to do for the past, I think, for the past around 5 to 6 years. But now, since simu ziko, computer ziko, you design your poster well, unatumia walimu. So imetusaidia in a way that si lazima ufike kwa hiyo shule, unaweza tu watumia. Same thing to maybe studio, you advertise your jobs there. So as in, let's say that media in a way, ama social media platform imesaidia sana in terms of now marketing, because it has now become more easier to reach a good number of clients. Yeah.
Okay, that is beautiful. And now, because we are almost winding up, is there any advice that you would give to someone who is afraid but is really interested and passionate in majoring into arts and theater?
Well, what I'll say is, if you want to go for it, go for it. Now, one thing about theater, it's all about being serious on this business, being creative, know your brand, know your clients. So like hata unapata most of the time watu fanya maybe umefungua group ama umefungua company, but now haujafanya branding. So you have to do a good branding so that your company may sell out ukilinganisha other groups. So the youths out there, people want to form their groups, people want to do arts. Don't be afraid. Don't be, just be serious on what you want to do. Have that passion. No tender fact. It's a good business, as I say. Tumetoka like imetutoa mbali. Mimi nasema imenitoa mbali. We have grown from zero to somewhere. We have grown from zero to somewhere. So it's a good business. If you want to go for it, go for it. Don't be afraid.
Before I forget to ask, because naona umeva branded
Yeah.
nini na t-shirt. Do you sell them ama they are just for your cast and crew and business partners?
We do sell them. We have clients wenye wanataka kununua. So we do sell them. Na pia clients wetu huwa tunawapatia. Like now the teachers.
Okay.
Or, yeah, whatnot. Because any job ndio is allowed, you have to do branding. So I love branding. Hata ukiingia social media, informatics, yani hiyo tu branding ndio watu waizoea. Yeah. So branding ni kitu poa. Kwa hata pia ukiona hapa, these are good branding. Influencer TV. Because unapata most of the podcast hazina jina na wanataka is allowed. So inakuwa ngumu. So if you do good branding, the name sells out.
So mtu akitaka kuinunua,
okay.
anakujia wapi mtu anataka kupromote?
Well, tuko online. We have our social media platforms. Unaweza ingia TikTok, YouTube, unaweza ingia Facebook, Informatics Production. So contacts ziko hapo. Ukishapata hizo contacts nipigie tu, ni zangu. Then pale huko tutakutumia.
Just a beautiful story. A story that we've heard from the owner. Si ile tumekuja tukapewa tukaisikia kama rumors. And I believe it's going to push someone out there. And just as Erick has said, do not be afraid to start. but then creativity has to be involved, because just remember, arts and theater has been there and so many people are doing it. So it's about you to brand yourself nicely. It's about you to do your marketing well. It's about you to be hardworking. It's about you to be passionate about growth. I just want to say thank you for staying here with us. Thank you for tuning in and listening to the inspiring story of Erick Ondiba. And now, as we close this chapter, I hope and really hope that everything he has talked about is something that is going to help you. Finally, do not forget to subscribe into our social media and our YouTube channel at Influencer TV Kenya. We are here to guide you, to help you elevate your business and push your insights to the best level. Tune each and every time for exclusive content and updates of business. Thank you very much.